Hey Spirit Intuitives, I just thought I would connect and share another video with you today. As you can see, I'm outside laying on my hammock in this beautiful weather, and I just wanted to connect with all of you and share with you very popular topics with regards to signs of someone visiting in spirit. And one of my most popular videos is on spirit visit dreams, and you can look that up on my channel. But lots of them that I've been seeing, videos and such, will have this list, which I'm going to get into in a minute. But I wanted to take this a step further than just the list for all of you who are familiar, and for those of you also who are new. So I'm going to say my list, and there are others, and maybe you have some of them and maybe you don't, but I'm going to get to the reasons behind some of them. So here's my list of signs of someone visiting in spirit. Obviously spirit visit dreams, since I've had plenty of those my entire adult life, but electricity, they like to mess with things, and I did a blog post on that called Lights On, Lights Off, and that's part of my website, spiritbelief.com. But it isn't just lights, it could be other electrical appliances. When you don't have a power outage, there's no storm, there's no wiring problems, that's easy for them to do. So that's pretty common with a lot of people. Nature, feathers obviously was a main one with me, but there's also flowers growing in unusual places or unusual ways, birds, which I'm hearing now, but even other animals. I had toads, and we all know the winged creatures are big, but there's other animals too. Go outside and you can, kind of get in touch with all the energy that you have with the earth, with the air. Sometimes you're involved with fire, of course just be careful, and then water features. So nature is huge. But the birds also have to be doing unusual things and different types of behavior to get your attention. And cardinals, people will mention those, but I had things with blue jays and other birds that are also in my book. So that's a big one. License plates, of course people talk about getting the messages and getting the words and getting the numbers. I had states, which were relevant to my development, but just keep an eye out for those. And all these things are with consistency, and you gotta be aware. So things that are common with your development and things that you need to be noticing. Hearing a message, of course that's clairaudience, but it's something that maybe you wouldn't say necessarily. Something somebody says to you, just something different in that regard. Feeling a sensation, a sense of warmth or touch, a feeling, your hair being brushed, a hand on your shoulder, hearing your name, getting goosebumps, very common with me. So I kind of combined all these with feelings. Actual messages, as far as, people and kids. My kids were doing some weird things a few years ago. But, signs that you notice, billboards, websites, where it's repetitive, and I kept seeing something about starting a blog. And so you see things over and over again. So it could be like that with you, things you get in the mail, it could be email, any of that. And it could be subtle things or big things. You have to look at it all with regards to you. It's your development, nobody else's, okay? So what you get might not be what somebody else gets. And I haven't had all these things, but I've had most of them. Music and songs repeating often, big one with me. But you have to be aware of that and the messages behind that, the lyric, the titles, all of that. Coins, again, I only have a couple of coins, but they were very significant to me and very meaningful to me. And I have a quarter story. There's not a lot of quarter stories, but it meant everything to me. And quarters have states on them. So it isn't just the dates or even the coin itself. You have to check the value and look at all of that. But it has to be something that's consistent, and yes, I just have those two, but they definitely were a part of my life for me. And then the last one is ears ringing, and I have that quite often. So you have to look at that as, spirit or a message that is coming through, and it could just be guidance, just letting you know that there is a presence greater than you and that you need to pay attention to something. But I actually wrote stuff down. So the questions you can ask yourself: what was I just doing? Where was I going? Or where did I just come from? Who was I thinking about? Or who was I with? And what has been going on in my life lately? So those are a few questions, there's 4 of them, that you can ask yourself. So instead of just kind of trying to make sense of all the signs and what they mean, you can ask yourself some questions and just try to figure out the who, what, where, why, and all those things that fit with you on your journey and your development. So I'm not just listing all these kinds of signs, I'm trying to explain different things you can do. Now, if you've had a lot of those already, that's great, and you can be on the right track. But if you haven't, and you're new or you're discovering, there's certain actions that you can take. Prayer and meditation worked wonders for me. Ask them. Ask. Ask the universe. Ask Source. Whoever you pray to, however you want to meditate, however it works for you, try to connect. Journaling, obviously, because I brought mine outside. Write stuff down. Write down dreams. Write down signs you get. Write down anything. Ask them, what does this mean? What could this mean for me? And see what kind of answers that might come about. Tell someone you trust. I did not have that as an option for me, but hopefully you do. And somebody who will not judge you and support you on your journey. Set intentions and use tools. Whatever tools work for you. You can make a little sacred space or an altar like I did a video on. You can have some statues, you can light some candles, you can have music, you can use oracle cards, crystals, oils, smudging spray, anything that helps you connect and increase your frequencies, which lets the universe communicate with you through energy. So anything like that you want to try. Go outside in nature, which I've said before, and I'm out today, and create a vision board. And a vision board can be words, it can be pictures, it can be mantras, affirmations, anything that you want to use to get in touch, that you will see often. Put it in a place that you can go to and look at every day. Repeat, repeat, repeat. So try to do that. And just remember that everything is for your greater good. It's all for your benefit. So please look at it as a positive thing. If anything is frightening or scary to you, that's negative energy. And that's why sometimes we need to clear our space first before we begin any kind of practice. So try anything that works for you. So any of those signs that I mentioned, ask yourself the questions and then take action if you haven't already. And start with something small, build on it from there, and then increase. And maybe you'll get different signs than somebody else. Your journey's different for you, and how you interpret things is on your path, not anyone else's. I haven't gotten all this stuff, but like I said, I've gotten most of it. So keep track of those signs, write them down, ask yourself the questions, and then take action. Okay? So I just wanted to make a video to discuss not just the signs you can find or see or encounter with someone in spirit, but the actions you could take and the questions you can ask. So I hope this video served you, and if it has, you can follow me on my channel. You can like this video, share it with anyone that you think might need some assistance. Leave your comments. I would love to hear what's worked for all of you or what you have to say. You can follow me on spiritandbelief.com, and also my warrior writings. I'm still talking about the Ultimate Warrior, but I'm out there on social media, so please feel free to connect, and I would love to hear from you. So enjoy your gorgeous day, and I hope you can get outside and find some meaning in those signs and what they're about. Until next time, I will talk to you again.